What's poppin', people? It's your boy, Juice, back at it again, getting how I live, you already know. Hey, it's been a little minute. I've been a little bit absent on my Jim Black book updates, right? But hey, I'm gonna come at y'all real quick. Not much has changed, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, let me run you through what has changed. Alright? So as you can see, leg day right here. The primary thing that has changed on my leg day here is
Nice.
just the bicep routine here, as you can see, this area right here. Explanation that is just because I had the free weight routine in there, but I've been doing research and whatnot, and just general learning and information gathering right over time, and just kind of thinking about it, realizing whatnot, just graduating, growing up a little bit. That I don't really, you don't really need a whole fucking shitload of different workouts, right? You don't have to have 18 different bicep curls, right? Just focus on 1, 2, 3, whatever, and get those down, right? So, and I'll show you this as I keep going here, but I've kind of just been doing variations of like three or four different movements, kind of, and that's what I put in. So you'll see the pattern there. I think it's primarily like hammer curls for the most part. Hammer curls, regular easy bar curls. Yeah, that's really about it. That's the really like the main movements that I've been doing. With the machine bicep routine. So let me just walk you through this here real quick. It'll be a little bit easier to understand. I do on heavy weeks, let's say, I do 8 chin-ups, right? I do 8 chin-ups, and then I drop down, do 10 hammer curls, but with a rope attachment onto the machine. And then I will do 12 French presses, overhead French presses, you know what I'm saying? Again, with the rope. And I'll try and spread it out, right? I'll try and, really push the triceps out, at the end. But I honestly just go for almost failure, right? So where I'm really, like, I try and press apart, but I can't, right? And that gets, a lot of forearm too activity. But also, tricep and I think it's the long head of the bicep. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. Look it up. But that's my machine bicep routine. I know I said last time I'm gonna do a short. I don't know when the fuck that's gonna happen because I don't know. I don't really like filming in the gym. It's just not me. But hey, maybe eventually I'll do that, right? So moving on to day 2 here. I mean, there's a little bit more changed here on day 2. So still have the delt fly, cable row, RDL. I switched up the tricep, and I used to have it as a bar slash I could do tricep dips, but honestly, I've been primarily, because my main focus is chest and arms right now, trying to get those bigger. Because again, I have a fat ass, I've got a dumpy. I'm okay with my abs. And honestly, I'm okay with my shoulders. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, they'll get bigger as I work on my arms and my chest. But my main focus right now is to get my arms a little bit beefier and my chest a little bit beefier. Just kind of some stuff that I've been noticing is lacking. It needs to catch up with the rest of my physique, right? So, with that being said, tricep dips are more in line with my goals right now rather than the bar dips. I know that does get a decent chest pump, and maybe I will still throw those in there here and there, but I've really been enjoying just getting deep tricep dips, right? And really just working and stretching my chest, and honestly, I feel like I'm working it more than I was with the bar, because you can only go so far with the bar dips, and it's basically a bench. So it's, it's just kind of counterintuitive in my opinion. So tricep dips, I do those weighted on my heavyweight weeks. So there's that, and then tricep dips, just as many as I can, just to exhaustion, damn near, on my lightweight weeks. Obviously, I'm shooting for a 12 to 15 range, but if I can get more, I'm gonna do more, right? Obviously, go watch this, but Andrew Huberman's, new series that he's been doing with Andy something Galipanakis or something. I don't know, bro, what his name is, but the dude that he was talking to was like a physical, I don't know, scientist or something, and he was saying that the optimum range for hypertrophy or for like muscle growth is like in the 20s slash could even be in the 30s. So I don't know, I've been experimenting with a little bit of that. Obviously, don't take my word for it. Go check out Andrew Huberman's shit, because that's obviously something that's extremely informative. But yeah, so I've just been kind of experimenting with a little bit more extreme, I guess, extreme high ranges of reps and stuff. And then moving on, I was doing pull-ups and pull-downs and kind of like just over complicating, right? And now I'm doing pull-downs, but I still am kind of over complicating the pull-down things, because for heavyweight weeks I'm going to be doing usually around 8. I'm shooting for 8, right? Just regular pull-downs, front pull-downs. But then I've been getting in the habit of turning around and behind the head pull downs and doing 8 of those, for heavyweight weeks, and then maybe like 10 each side on my lightweight weeks, just because I am trying to get better at my pull-ups, and also obviously add more pull-ups to my game, right? But I'm really just trying to get a good pull-up, okay? Because right now, I don't know what it is, but on that top, like I can't get the chest to my bar, I can't get my chest to the bar. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm not flexible enough or what is going on there, but like that's kind of my goal right now. I'm trying to get my chest to the bar, and I'm just trying different things, and obviously doing a shitload more pull-ups. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing with the pull-ups. That's what's changed here. Also, the dumbbell hammer curls. I'm not doing I'm not doing curls to press, because personally it's just wasted motion for me. It's not good form, or it doesn't turn out to be good form. I feel like it doesn't really. I have to do lighter weight, so I'm not getting as good of a pump in my biceps. And yeah, I just dropped the press because I have other pressing movements for my shoulders. So it is just drop sets with hammer curls, right? Dumbbells. Okay, moving on here. Day 3, my good old bench press day. The only real change here is just not doing, I think it was the delt raise or something one week. Again, uncomplicating things and not having a bunch of different bullshit. So it's just the dumbbell shoulder raise, the regular one, which I think you can find on ATG or something. It's just, you put your hand or your elbow on something, whether it be your knee or a bar, and you just do this basically, right? And bro, come on, I'm doing things. Move. Yes, love you, but I can't have you here right now. I'm doing stuff, and you're in front of the camera. Okay, so primarily just the dumbbell shoulder raise. There's really no other change there. Day 4. So this day actually changed up a decent amount. I've gone through putting a couple different lifts in here and switching them out and whatnot, but this is what it's looking like right now. So heavyweight week, I'm going to be doing dumbbell overhead presses, and then supersetting that with a rear delt raise, dumbbell rear delt raise, right? Cable lat raises. I was previously doing raised cable rows, but I'm going to be doing more pull-ups, and I also do the delt raise or the delt flies. Okay, that kind of hits like the same area. And personally, that part of my upper back is pretty well developed. And again, I'm trying to focus on getting my pull-ups better, because I feel like those two lifts kind of work the same muscles. Again, don't quote me because I don't know. But from what I feel, from what I've just been realizing and again been feeling, whatever, those two lifts are the same. And bro, pull-ups are just a fucking king lift, okay? That's all I gotta say about it, right? So I'm doing cable lat raises because I'm again still trying to work on my shoulder, because that's something that I think I've brought up previously, but my shoulder is a little fucky. And I mean, at the same time, you know, the cable is primarily for my shoulder. Again, you know, this is still a little bit convoluted, right, with the cable lat raises and then the machine lat raises, but let me just walk you through it real quick. Cable lat raises, primarily doing them for my shoulder, okay, and then the machine lat raises, I'm doing, I guess, for my shoulders, but for size rather than health, right? Because those, bro, and I don't even know if it's actually a lat raise, but I think it is. I think that's what it says on the machine. But it's like, it's the machine where, you know, it's got the pad right here, kind of like on your elbows, and you just keep going like this. You know, it's like you're like a fucking little Flappy Bird. Bro, those get an insane pump in your shoulders. And honestly, if you just do it with some dumbbells too, probably even better. But I feel a lot like those are, when I do it with dumbbells, I get the same type of activation that I get from a delt cable fly or a delt just fly, right? A rear delt fly. So I've been doing the machine flaps, okay? And that kind of gets a full shoulder, like an actual head, like my these two heads, right, on my shoulder, because I think there's three heads of the shoulder, but you know, I feel like I get more of a, you know, the bigness, the hypertrophy, right, of and it's gonna result in a little bit more of a Death Star cat, okay? All right, so that's the lat raises, right? And then I switched from whatever the fuck I was doing with my curls to just the same curl routine, which is, let me walk you through this one here real quick. For my heavyweight week, I'm going to be doing 8 to 10 preacher curls, okay, with decent amount of weight on there. And then I'm doing these, I guess, preacher curls, but with a dumbbell, because like I'm having to, rather than grip with my hands and lift with more of my wrist and forearms, I'm kind of having to press the dumbbell together. And I don't know if it really gets any more work done or not, but I definitely feel an insane burn and an insane pump when I'm doing this. But it's pressing the dumbbell together and just curling it on the curl rack, right? And yeah, like I switched from the preacher curls to the dumbbell preacher curls, and then I do their hammer curls, right? But it stretches out my bicep more, I feel like, because I'm on the curl rack, I guess. And I don't know, I feel like I just get more of an extension, and it just kind of burns through more of my forearms. Could also be because I do two different fucking curls or two curl sets there beforehand, but I definitely just get an insane burn off of that. And yeah, my whole fucking arms feel pumped as shit, and it's kind of what I'm going for, right? So, and with I'm doing 8 to 10 on all of those. It's all the same. If I get 8 with the first set of curls, I'm doing 8 throughout, right? Through the whole set. So, yeah, that's the easy bar curl routine, right? And then I've started to implement ring push-ups rather than trying to fuck around with different types of flies and just bullshit, right? Ring push-ups. It's easy. It's fucking simple, and you can add weight to it. You can just do a shitload of them. You can get an insane range of motion on it. Just really bringing it back to the basics, in the past couple weeks, right? And I mean, obviously, if you follow Bald Omni Man, if you follow Natural Hypertrophy, you will probably have realized or probably have seen that they have been preaching ring push-ups. Decided to try them out. I was like, you know what? Y'all are right. So ring push-ups, bro. Honestly, dude, I should really just start implementing more ring and calisthenics work. But I like throwing weight around personally. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much of it. But hey, something to think about. And then calf raises, right? Which, what I do for my calf raises, I put a weight. I get like a 25 and a 25, or a 35 and a 35, right? And then I do one leg with one plate, right? And then I do the other leg with the same plate. And then I put both plates on, and then I do, however many, right? And just, kill my calves like that. Fucking great calf workout. And as I remember that, on Tuesdays or, day 2, whatever you want to call it, I do, if I have time, usually I make sure that I have time, I do the Stairmaster, where I just try and work my calves as much as possible. I step, and my calf, my foot is usually, bent, right? And then I, push all the way up, and, I get a really mad fucking calf pump, and I like it. So, that's what I do. All right, and then day 5, last day, coming in hot. Not much changed on this one, honestly. I took out the face pulls because, again, feel like the pull-ups kind of take care of that. I've been doing face pulls for a while. You just need to kind of switch it up sometimes. So that's the primary thing that has changed lift-wise. I have been kind of switching up how I structure it, though, which is I will do hang cleans by themselves. I normally superset everything, but I do hang cleans by themselves. Just because those are very fucking intense, I guess, for me. Maybe I need to work on my cardio because I'm out of breath most of the time. But yeah, hang cleans I tend to just do by themselves. Or, maybe I do the tib raises while I'm doing those, right, on the lightweight weeks. Or, sometimes I can do like the leg extensions or some shit while I'm sitting down, or the hip abductors, I guess. But overall, and with these pull-ups, I don't just do sets. I'm out here. I have a goal of 30 to 50, right? Starting out at 30, I'm going to be having an end goal of 50, and I want to eventually be able to just rep out like 25 fucking pull-ups in one spot, right? Right now, I'm only able to do I could probably get 10, okay, but I'm doing 5 so that I have some in the tank, so I can keep doing it and get them good reps, right? So I'll do hang clean, do a set, and then maybe go do 5 pull-ups real quick, and then finish my hang clean, go to incline, or go to my bench, and then the fucking hip abductors, and then get a couple sets of pull-ups in between those while I'm just walking around, and then do the stretch, and then finish up my pull-ups, and then then I'm good, and then I just go and fucking knock out core, because my core routines usually take like 10 to 15 minutes, give or take. And those are, again, intense. I'm not really doing much else. Fridays are really, really tough, honestly. They exert a lot of energy on those. I'm usually dead by the end of it, but in a good way, right? I'm not out here like, about to puke. Sometimes I am, but most of the time I'm doing okay, but I'm dead, right? I feel sufficiently worked, right? And I have a bunch of different core shit that I do. I tend to kind of just make it up on the spot, try to make sure that I get a full range, get the upper, mid, and the lower, okay? And because, my upper, I feel like everyone's upper four pack is more developed than their lower, I do have a surprisingly decent V taper, but I just feel like, like I got the fucking, ab insert, and then I feel like my line right here isn't as fucking well defined. I don't know if that's just fat or what, because I can like feel it in there. It just doesn't pop out as much. So that's kind of like stuff I've been working on. That's why I have like the leg raises in there. That's why I've been doing certain things to kind of like focus on like the lower abs. It's just kind of difficult to hit for some reason. I don't know if that's just because my hips are a little bit weird or wonky. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm like kind of working on with my core. So yeah, that's about it. Just want to run y'all through a quick update. The reason I took out my forearm routine is because I'm developing my own secret formula that I don't do in the gym. Okay, I'll come out with that soon. I'll bring y'all the secret sauce to the forearm gains, okay? Not that everyone else in the fucking entire YouTube fitness, domain hasn't already done that shit. But hey, I'm bringing something to the table. I'm gonna slap my fucking meat right on the plate, okay? And yeah, hopefully y'all like it. And if you don't, well, I don't know what to do about that. But hey, appreciate y'all. Fucking bless y'all. Love y'all. Bang bang.